All right, let's get right into it. What we're talking about today isn't just some minor tech update. We're looking at a huge fundamental shift in how social networks even work, how they create value, and who gets a piece of the pie. It's a complete rethink of the economic rules that run our digital social lives.
So let me just kick this off with a question. What if every single thing you did online, every share, every single comment, had real, actual monetary value? And not for some giant company in Silicon Valley, but for you and for the creators you actually follow. Just keep that question in the back of your mind.
To really get where we're going, we've got to look at the problem we're trying to solve. For years, we've been hearing this promise, right? A decentralized, user-owned internet. But it's never really taken off, because it's always been stuck. It's caught between this awesome idea of users being in control and the harsh reality of, well, how do you make any money?
And this really shows you that conflict perfectly. Over here, you've got the social media we all know today. It's centrally controlled, it runs on ad revenue, and its whole business model is built on harvesting our data. But on the other side, you have the promise of DeSoc, that's decentralized social. We're talking user ownership, direct ways to make money, and real financial freedom. The vision is amazing, but there's always been a piece of the puzzle missing.
And there it is, the absolute heart of the problem. If you get rid of the big platforms that sell ads, how do you actually earn a living? How do you build a system that can sustain itself? Seriously, this one question has been the biggest wall stopping that DeSoc dream from becoming a real thing. Well, until now. So let's talk about the solution. Turns out there's a technical key that might just unlock this entire new social economy. And that answer is something called Layer 3 micropayments. Okay, first, just a super quick refresher so we're all on the same page. When we say DeSoc, we're talking about the underlying technology that's trying to tear down the walls of today's social media giants. The goal? To hand the keys to the kingdom, the ownership, the control, the financial power, right back to us, the users. And this is the missing piece of the puzzle, Layer 3. You can think of it like a super specialized tech layer that's designed to do one job and do it perfectly. Make tons of tiny, frequent, and incredibly cheap transactions happen seamlessly. It is tailor-made for the fast-paced, high-volume world of social media. So, how does this all fit together? Let's use an analogy. Layer 1, that's your foundation. It's the core blockchain. Think of it like the bedrock underneath a city. Then you've got Layer 2, which is like the superhighway built on top of that bedrock to make everything move way faster. And Layer 3? Those are the local roads, the specific side streets that get you exactly where you need to go, in this case, enabling all those little transactions inside a specific app, like a social network. So, what's so special about this? What are its superpowers? Well, Layer 3 can bundle, or batch, thousands of tiny actions, like your likes or small tips, into one single transaction. It's kind of like a data carpool. And by grouping them all together, it slashes fees and network traffic. This means payments happen almost instantly, and the system can handle the insane volume of a busy social platform. For a world built on constant engagement, this is an absolute game changer. Okay, so we've got the how, but now for the really exciting part, the so what. Because this isn't just some tech fix. This is about completely rewriting the economic rulebook for every single person who uses social media, creators and users alike. What's so powerful here is the new deal it creates. Suddenly, creators aren't at the mercy of some mysterious algorithm or ad dollars. They get paid directly by their audience, by the people who actually value their work. And as a user, you can finally show your support with tiny, tiny amounts of money. This builds a way healthier, more direct relationship. And best of all, it could get rid of the need for those creepy, privacy-invading ad models we've all come to hate. This all leads to a really powerful idea, the democratization of monetization. Think about it. In the old model, all the value flows up to a handful of top influencers and the platform itself. But in this new model, it's a true network. Value can be exchanged between everyone. Anybody can earn and anybody can contribute. It just blows the doors wide open. And just look at the explosion of possibilities this creates. We're talking about so much more than just likes. You could tip a creator for an amazing post, pay a fraction of a penny to unlock a premium feature, maybe even pay per interaction. You could even have a real say in how the platform is run through governance votes. It's a whole new world for how value can move around.
And when we say micropayment, we seriously mean micro. Imagine being able to support a creator you love for less than a single cent per interaction. That's the mind-boggling scale we're talking about. It's a payment so small, you don't even have to think about it. But when you multiply that by millions of users, it becomes an incredibly powerful economic engine. But okay, let's take a breath. As amazing as all this sounds, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not magic. So let's ground ourselves and take a realistic look at the road ahead, especially through the eyes of someone looking to invest in this space.
You can really see the trade-offs here. On one hand, the opportunities are massive, right? You're merging social media with finance, you're creating entirely new economic models, and you're offering way more value to the user. But on the flip side, the hurdles are just as real. You've got regulatory uncertainty, the tech itself is incredibly complex, and maybe the biggest hurdle of all, convincing millions of people to actually make the switch. So for any project trying to make it in this space, they have to absolutely nail a few key things to survive. First, security is non-negotiable. The tech has to prove it can handle massive scale without breaking. They've got to figure out how to comply with regulations. And finally, the tokenomics, basically the economic rules of the system's currency, have to be perfectly balanced for utility, scarcity, and stability. And if we look even further down the road, things get really wild when you start mixing Layer 3 with other powerful tech, like AI. Just imagine systems that can automatically spot fraud, or personalize monetization options for every single creator, or just optimize the flow of value across the entire network. That's where all of this is heading. So, to wrap it all up, the main thing to take away from all this is that what we're seeing is more than just a cool new piece of tech. The arrival of Layer 3 micropayments and decentralized social isn't just a milestone, it's a full-on paradigm shift. It's a completely new way of thinking about how value is created and shared on the internet. Which really just leaves us with one final massive question to chew on. If this technology actually delivers on its promise of a user-owned, creator-first economy, could this be the beginning of the end for social media as we know it?